They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Miami's offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Williams looking for a man. Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off and he was throwing that puppy away.
A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Lofton. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard.
Sneaks it into the end zone.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head, that will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. With the catch, it's Hardy. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Mack. Pulls it in, it's Hardy. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Throws to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Hardy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20. First and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man quickly. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute.
Into their happy place for a touchdown. Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Collins. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Flips it out in the flat. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They'll try the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. Right back to him on the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Canes will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Dropping back, it's Mack. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bell.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Hardy. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line is set on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. First down, 10 yards to go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Mack. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Here comes the heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throws to the wideout. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Pokes have been counterpunching, but I think this crowd senses they need to make something happen here quickly. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Carr. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Williams will pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Carr. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Touchdown, Hurricane! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What has this defense got to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Bringing it back at the 30. Inside, touchdown, Cage. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Mack. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Canes will boot it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Changing the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hardy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Hardy. It's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now on first down from the 40. Wants to throw again. Under fire. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense down to the 22 on first and 10. Zings it complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Making side adjustments here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He's going for the goal line. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And the Hurricanes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Collins. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. On the move. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Under fire. He'll throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Got a man. It's Hardy. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Just keep swinging it. Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down? Might be changing the route. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Mack. And he's got a touchdown. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. And I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
It's complete on the right side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Canes are flying down the field. The give as they work on that clock. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tied ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough, but now